Hello. Uh, yes. So I'm kind of jumping into this. As you can see, I I had a lovely little bout of realizing that I don't know what's going on, but there's nothing strange about that. So what are we doing today? Oh, Lord. I'm gonna do some more of this happy fun time turning this town, which I have lovin'. Oh, let's use a visual aid because my tongue has a mind of its own. I'm told. Let's see. Huh? What? What? Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, look at that. All right, my friends and neighbors, what we are doing is much as we have been. I've set an alarm, and I'm going to spend roughly a half hour or so turning this serene environment into a beautiful parking lot. We've got, I think this is the third time we've done this. There was a fire here, but the fire is gone. Yes. I hope everyone has had a lovely day. So I've called this little place Butt. I believe the first day I had some things to say, and the second day I had things to say of even less consequence. I intend to introduce myself. This is DesTerrible Streams, doing a parking lot. This is I've labeled this area Butt, and continually reminded myself that I'm a slow learner with some of this software, but that's okay. I'm just gonna be a little aimless with this. You know, sometimes we think of things beforehand that we're going to say, but that might not be me today. George couldn't be with us today, but he's with us in spirit, I suppose. He's probably thinking about us, and if so, please direct your thoughts elsewhere, George. You're making me uncomfortable. Not with the content, but the very existence, perhaps the quality as well. We wish George the best here at DesTerrible Streams. He tries his darndest. Let's see what we got. Oh, goodness, look at that. That's quite nice. We're going to be complete, and I wonder why part of the parking lot sticks up like this. It's probably a unique feature among parking lots. I hope the volume is happy and fair to everyone's liking. And I hope the individual circumstances of your days have been pleasant. Been eating a lot of rice lately. It's a versatile item. You can do a lot with it. It's kind of funny. I saw an allergist not long ago, and I'm allergic to about everything, including rice, I found. So, but that's not going to stop this fellow from eating it. If I were to be real careful and not eat anything that I'm allergic to, then I'd probably have nothing to eat apart from plastics. And I'm going to claim that those are void of nutritional value, but they don't really do a lot for me. Look at that. I've been working on a little thing, just here and there over the time, and I'm not sure how well I've got it down. So I'm going to see if I can get through it without looking at my notes. And if it gets to the point where I would have to look at notes to carry on, that's probably a good ending space. So, love unrequited robs me of my rest. Love hopeless, love my ardent soul encumbers. Love nightmare-like lies heavy on my chest and weaves itself into my midnight slumbers. I'm not going to sing it this time. When you're lying awake with a dismal headache and repose is tabooed by anxiety, I conceive you may use any language you choose to indulge in without impropriety. For your brain is on fire, the bedclothes conspire of usual slumber to plunder you. First your counterpane goes and uncovers your toes, and your sheet slips demurely from under you. Then the blanketing tickles you feel like mixed pickles, so terribly sharp is the pricking. And you're hot and you're cross and you tumble and toss, still there's nothing twixt you and the ticking. Then the bedclothes all creep to the ground in a heap, and you pick them all up in a tangle. Next your pillow resigns and politely declines to remain at its usual angle. Will you get some repose in the form of a doze with hot eyeballs and head ever aching, but your slumbering teems with such horrible dreams that you'd very much better be waking. For your dream you are crossing the channel and tossing about in a steamer from Harwich, which is something between a large bathing machine and a very small second-class carriage, and you're giving a treat, penny ice and cold meat, to a party of friends and relations. They're a ravenous horde, and they all came on board at Sloane Square and South Kensington stations. And bound on your journey, you find your attorney who started that morning from Devon. He's a bit undersized, and you don't feel surprised when he tells you he's only 11. Well, you're driving like mad with the singular lad. By the by, the ship's now a four-wheeler, and you're playing round games, and he calls you bad names when you tell him the ties pay the dealer. Well, this you can't stand, so you throw up your hand, and you find her as cold as an icicle. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. I remember the socks, black silk with gold clocks, crossing Salisbury Plain on a bicycle. I would not be able to continue further without notes. There's a few of those that I work on sometimes, and you get a little rusty. Like one where I can remember so much and I can't remember beyond that. I am the very model of a modern major general. I've information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very well acquainted too with matters mathematical. I understand equations both the simple and quadratical. About binomial theorem, I'm teeming with a lot of news with many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse. I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and animalculous. In short, in matters vegetable, animal, and mineral, I am the very model of a modern major general. I spared you the singing from the Iolanthe part, but obviously not so much with the Pirates tune. And it goes on beyond that, but not to my current recollection. I'm fairly certain that I got the details in that. And it's not just, you know, your Gilberts and Sullivans that, let's see, once, upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I sought the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow from the lost Lenore, from the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. You know, I'm not even sure that I got that much correct. Let's see. Ah, distinctly, I remember. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I sought the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow from the lost Lenore, from the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. Ah, and the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. And so now to still the beating of my heart I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, just some late night visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, only this and nothing more." Oh, come on, old brain, you cutie pie. I know the story there. You know, I would turn and say, "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore," and then so on and so forth. I can't remember the words, and that's a shame because, you know, I haven't even gotten to the part where a bird flies in and perches on the bust above my chamber door. I can't quite get it. It's there. George was actually telling me he was watching the new season of Stranger Things. I forget if it's, I think it's 4, it might be 3 or 5, but I think it's 4. Another friend had gifted me a box set. It looks like a VHS box of the first season of Stranger Things. And that was the first time I watched it, and this was a while back. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. And then I got the second season, and I found that I didn't enjoy it quite as much, and I wasn't interested in keeping on with it. I do remember enjoying it. I've restarted Stranger Things. Just the, you know, first season, something to watch. That's haven't felt like watching longer films lately, so been watching that shorter content in the evenings while I eat my rice that gives me those allergies. Gives me, yes. And I'm about 4 episodes into it, I believe, on my second watch through it. And I think it's me, but I'm not enjoying it as much. And it's not that I'm not able to see that it's good. I think it's just maybe maybe this is a relatable concept, but it seems like a lot of the things that I understand myself to enjoy, I mostly seek out because I am seeking out the feeling of enjoyment that I remember experiencing, but I put those things on, and the same feeling isn't there. It's just sort of participating because I want to access something that I formerly had with it, and I can't seem to get it. I'm watching it and it's there. It's fine, but I'm finding myself unable to engage the same way with things that I enjoyed, to really feel any way about them. I'd like to, and I remember enjoying these things. I think I mentioned in the last one of these that I had picked up Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and I remember when that came out, everybody was being a stinker because it wasn't dark enough, or I mean the shell shaded graphics I think have stood up very well over time, and the gameplay is marvelous, but it's kind of turning out to be the same sort of thing. I remember when I first played it on the GameCube, it's quite a thrilling thing, and I'm able to see its quality. But it's just not what it was. That might just be me. In fact, I'm positive it is. It's kind of difficult to get that same thing. Perhaps it's there. I just need to continue the dig. Many may know, doubtless, that this game that we're on, SimCity, for the Super Nintendo, has more of a diverse soundtrack than just this one tune played on repeat. But this... Oh, what? Uh-oh. What? Oh no! Oh no! Well, I think we've come across an unfortunate bit of circumstance, which I think would best be described by the system that we're using to play this game has frozen in place. And I don't know how to save the progress. But that's all right. I think, I mean, it wouldn't be horrible to repeat the very little that we did. And I feel like we've accomplished something meaningful. As meaningful as anything else. So, in response to these technical difficulties, I think I might call it and figure out my evening. So on behalf of all of us at DesTerrible Streams, being, you know, me and the support staff, which is very probably almost definitely me. I would like to wish all a lovely and wonderful good night. Yeah,